But we're not going to force it because we don't force our Zucas to do what our Zucas don't want to do, okay? Do not force it. If your Zuca doesn't want to zip, do not force her to zip. Public service announcement. So, can you see my face? Can you see me? Okay. Hey bunnies, in this video I'm going to be doing an updated what's in my hair kit video. A couple things I did have to take out of my video because I have this new bag, my Zuca backpack artist pro that I was surprised with by my awesome boyfriend. Is it by or for? Anyways, or from. Okay, anyways, so this is my bag. She doesn't have a name. I just call her Zuka. I think that's appropriate. Yeah, it's me rubbing her down because she's so gorgeous. Let's get into the specs of the bag really quickly before I show you what's inside of it. It comes with a large front zippered compartment right here. It has a little flap on the front. It has a handle that you can lift it, but I can't lift it. If you turn to the side here, it has it as a pocket here. It has another zippered compartment here, which we'll get into later. In the back here, you have your straps. It comes with these two lock strap things. If you have the Zuca artist with the pulley one, or if you have, I think, any pulley, because I want to get the Yasmo pulley thing. This is what you put on the handle of that. Snap it, put it around the handle, snap it, and then you lift up your handle and you zoom off to where you gotta go. But it can be brought as a backpack because it is a backpack, and the straps are absolutely comfortable. Turning it again to the next side, it has two smaller zipper compartments, and then you come back to the front. Okay, so let's start with these sides and what I have on the side. So on this side here, I have nothing in this compartment here. I could always, slip some business cards if I wanted to, or from other people, and just, slip that in there. In this zipper here, this is where you have your heat pouch or heat resistant pouch thing right here. And in this pouch, this is where I keep the my curling wand extension thingies. All four I put in here. Right here I have I can't even speak. This is my mask. When I do hair spraying, you put this over your face and they protect them from all that stuff. I have an extension cord, which I have not taken out because it is extremely important to have an extension cord in your hair kit, just in case while you're working there are no outlets available or nearby that you can use to plug your tools in, which I've had to learn. This is the base for the Cortex 4-in-1 curling wands. And then here is another compartment, which I could also stick, a couple more things. I have nothing in there right now. This I would not put anything heavy into because of the type of material. It's kind of like a plasticky, I wouldn't say PVC. I would say it's really thin. I'm pretty sure if I put anything too heavy or tug too hard, it will rip. So again, you can put maybe hairpins. You can put more cards if you wanted to put business cards, stuff like that. So yeah, that's that, and that's what I have in this side. I'm gonna try to keep it as organized as possible so that I don't have to, it's not too much trouble. I can't close it. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, let me close it. Hold on. So that is not too much trouble. Okay, here we go. It's not too much trouble for me to repack. I just keep doing this as I go along. Okay, it fell out. Okay, it could always zip all the way up, but I don't want to. The reason why I have this here is because I don't want it to break in the bag itself. It's super fragile. Okay, so let's go to the other zippered compartment on the side. Okay, I hope you're seeing it. In the top pocket, I have my blow dryer attachments. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Those are 2 attachments there. I'm pretty sure I'm using the spaces very poorly, but this is how I pack my things. I really don't want anything to break. I would just die if anything broke. Down here I have the other 2 blow dryer attachments, and then because I do a lot of sew-ins, especially on natural hair, I like to give a really good blowout so that I can stretch the hair as much as possible before I braid it down, because I do want the braids to be as neat and as you know, as nice as possible, even though you're really not seeing it, but I like my braids to look good. Okay, so let's move on to the big zipper. Let me just take this out for now. The big zipper compartment here in the top. You open her up like so. Now, when you first open it up, there is this string here. Hope you can see that. Now, this string, what you're going to do is that it helps to keep the bag open. Everything just fell out. Okay. On the side here, where the two smaller zippered compartments are, is a little tab thing. You would take this and clip it into that tab thing, and this would keep the bag open if you have to work from your bag. So let's turn her back around. Try to put these things back in. How were they? Like this? Ugh. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm such a mess. Such a hot mess. But you see how nice how it just opens up and you can stuff everything back? I hope you just saw everything I just did. Okay. Alright, so let's start with the main compartment since everything is falling out. On top here. Okay, no. First of all, it does come with two pouches. Two Zuca pouches. You can purchase more. I think I'm going to purchase one more pouch. Yeah, I'm going to get one more pouch just to put these things into. Like I said, I had to condense my kit a lot. Well, not a lot. I had to take out 1, 2, 3 things. 3 big ticket items, 3 hot tools, but I don't use them. That's why I took them out. So that's what I loved with this. It helped me, you know, to realize what I really used and what I didn't, and it made my load a lot lighter, even though this bag is heavy as shit. But yeah, let's continue. Now, on the top here, I have my tension brush. I don't want this to break, so I kept this, you know, right on top here. Tension brush, because that happened to my last one. I have my teasing brush, still have that, and I use this to brush down flyaways. I use this to separate hair sections. Depending on the texture, I also tease if I have to do clip-ins or anything like that. My paddle brush, weaving net, 10-piece comb set. I do recommend you get 10 pieces of combs, or you know, at least more than say 3. No, get the 10-piece comb set because you're gonna need every single comb in there. I have this little pouch. Now in the front pocket here, I have all my, okay, no I don't. I had all my needles in there. Awkward. Okay, so let's move on, shall we? In the top part here, I have crochet needles for when I'm doing crochet. I have my razor comb, which is super important, and I have my 3 scissors. Now each scissors plays a different role. This is my thinning shear. It has, you know, it's a little bit jagged on this side and then the regular scissor on that side. I have these scissors which I used to open like packaging or split canicle here in half, or you know, anything that I have to cut. If I have to cut excess netting off of, you know, the head after I sewed it down. And then this one I cut only here with these scissors. I had a client who used this to cut thread and I almost died. Almost died. If you're a stylist, if you do your own hair, you know what I'm talking about. Like, okay, all right, moving on. Let's not think about that. I also have a razor blade. If I have to cut out tracks, this does the job a whole lot better than using scissors, a whole lot faster than using scissors. And I have a hair tie, a random blue hair tie. Oh, I had to do some braids, and yeah, that's why I got that. Anyways, moving on. I have my cape. You should always have a cape in case while you're braiding the hair there's shedding or flakes or anything like that. While you're cutting the hair, you don't want the hair to get into their clothing or, you know, on their skin or whatever, because the hair does itch a lot. I also want to say, after each client, the same, just like makeup artists have to wash their brushes after each client, make sure you wash your combs, okay? No matter if the client comes in and was like, oh, I just washed my hair or whatever, you don't know what that person has on their scalp. You don't want to be responsible for another person's scalp injuries, okay? So make sure you're washing your combs after each client, not after each day, but after each client. Okay. I have a towel, and this is where I set like my flat iron or any of my hot tools on, just so that it doesn't damage furniture or tablecloth or anything like that. Yeah. Now we're getting to the fun stuff, the pouches. In the first pouch that I just grabbed, in here I have, let me open it up for you. In this first pouch here, I have my protective shields for when I'm doing my my quick weaves. I have lace front glue. I have my Shine and Jam for the edges and for the leave out on top. I also have beeswax. This is the beeswax I use to do my rope twists when I'm doing braids. I have Jamaican Mango Lime Cool Scalp. This is what I use. Well, I hardly use this anymore. It gives it off a menthol feel on the scalp. I usually do this whenever I'm doing sew-ins or braids on their scalp, but I hardly ever use this anymore for whatever reason. I have my Argan Oil Eco Styler Gel, just in case I'm doing like a really tight curl and I decide to use perm cold rods, or let's say super tight curls, minimum leave out. This helps to blend the hair really well into the curls, so I definitely have to have that. And of course, the largest size bonding glue you will ever see in a beauty supply store. That's that there, $8. It was a very good investment. You don't want to keep running back to the store getting bonding glue. Or what I hate, a pet peeve, because whenever I go to the store, is when people who are buying hair to get their hair done by someone else, they're like, oh, she needs glue and she needs needle and she needs thread. The stylist is supposed to have that. Moving on to the rest of my gorgeous Zuca. Here I have my Chi flat iron. It does have its own thermal bag, so just now my camera stopped and I really don't know. I just noticed that you weren't really seeing the bottom part of the bag. I apologize for that. I'll try to throw in a couple of pictures so you can see it afterwards. But what I was saying is that I do recommend this for flat ironing. This straightens the hair amazingly, it protects the hair amazingly, and it smells so good. I need to re-up on this. I think Publix is having a sale. They're like $5.99 at Publix. I need to go get a bottle of that. Okay, the next spray I have is my Pump It Up Spritz. I've had this for maybe 2 years now, a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah, going on 2 years that I've had this spray. I don't use it a lot, but what do I use this for? If I have to do tight curls, that's what I use this for. It's amazing. That's what I use that for. This is my regular hairspray, Aussie. This one, it's a little bit of a holding spray. It has flexible hold, which is the lightest hold possible for this hairspray. I've had this forever. Like I said, as soon as this is done, I'm gonna try the L'Oreal Elnet hairspray, because I've been seeing it everywhere. Like every hairstylist that I follow on Instagram or watch here on YouTube, they use the L'Oreal Elnet. So I love Aussie, but I'm gonna try that one as soon as this one runs out and get that. The next one I have is the Vidal Sassoon Volumizing Spray. It's also a holding spray. This is level 4 out of 5 hold. So this one is awesome. Most of the times I'm not using this, I'm using this because it adds volume and it holds really nicely without feeling crunchy or having that awful smell. So that's that. The last spray I have is the Sebastian Shaper, the original formula, which I've used in many a hair videos, which you've seen many a times here on YouTube. This is an amazing ass spray. Honey, when I tell you this junk holds like a dream, spritz what? No, this is all you need, literally. Like this, put some of this on the roots, and then this when you're done, listen. That's all you need in your life, babe, and you're good. This though, it will like kill the ozone layer. Like when you spray this, you die. Like it's horrible, but it's so amazing. I guess that's what you get. Like you can't have something so good. Like there has to be something wrong. You know, like that's the downside to the Sebastian hairspray, the way it sprays and the amount of chemicals that it releases. Like it's It's horrible. But that's what I have in that pouch. Zip it up really quickly. Like I said, I want to do this so that I don't have a whole lot of cleanup afterwards. You know what, you guys? I'm so excited about my Yasmo. Like, I don't have it, but I've been watching so many videos. I'm saving up my little pennies for it. Did I just break a nail? Okay, no, I didn't. I'm saving up all my little pennies for my Yasmo. Okay, it's literally not even called Yasmo. Yasmo is the site. The brand is Saya. It's the soft case. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's pink. It comes pink, purple, black. Well, the size that I want comes pink, purple, black, and so gorgeous. And I can't close this. Why can't I close this? See, this is why I didn't want to do this. Okay, moving on. I'll fix that later. Next thing that's in here, if you look on the side here, sneaking on the side, I have my curling iron. This is my big old barrel curling iron, which curls like a dream. This thing that just fell down is my blow dryer. Now, how this works is that inside the bag, there's a little pocket right here, and then this little thing that's supposed to keep it closed. So you put this inside of the pocket. I really do hope you're seeing all of this. Inside of the pocket, you come closer. You know what? Let me bring it over here. Is that better? Should I have done this from day one? Oh my goodness. Okay, so you put this inside of the pocket here, and then you use this to hold it up. There's a little Velcro thing, like there. Boom, bam, you're good to go. All right, so I'm gonna pack this all back up when I'm done here. All right, so on this side of the bag now, it has a little strap thing here, which I'm assuming is for hair clips. So that's what I put right there, my hair clips. It has another mesh. I don't know why it lifted up so high. It has another mesh pocket right here, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets here. This one's a little bit longer than this one here. I have nothing in the mesh, but right here I have my glove, my heat gloves. I should only have one in here because I have another curling wand. So this should go into my personal stash, and then this in here. Okay. All right. Over here I have, opening it up, my jumbo thread, which I recommend every single stylist or anyone who does hair for themselves to get, because this saves you so much money. This I paid $5, $6, even if it's $7, it's still worth it, because if you were to buy 7 of those really tiny ones for 99 cents, it would not equate to this. Okay? Okay, so that goes in there. And I promise you, I'm not using my space wisely. I really don't think I'm using my space wisely, but who cares? In the top pocket here to the left, I have all my needles. I have about 9. I had 10, 1 broke, so I have about 9 needles. I need at least 6 more to get through, you know, one good head of like super full hair. And then in this top pocket, I have my business cards. Business cards. Let me hide my phone number. Business cards. Can you see that? Can you see that? See my picture? How pretty? Yeah. Okay. And then in this top pocket here, y'all didn't know there was a pocket there, did you? I have braiding hair. Yay! Braiding hair. Let me put that back. And it's not really deep. It goes to literally right here. So it's like the size of one of like these two together, but like a little bit higher, if that makes any sense. And then I just stuff this in here. And now the only thing that I had to take out of the kit from my previous video, if you did watch my previous video, was my triple barrel curler, which I barely used, my hot sticks, which are like hot rod things, the ones that you plug in and it heats up the whole thing and then you curl each. Yeah, I was hardly using that. It was a great idea, but I don't really use it a lot. And I also took out my pink curling wand, was it Conair or whatever brand it was. I don't use that one either. I use the curling wands or my flat iron That's what I use to curl a lot with my flat iron. I don't use that really small curling wand, but I do use my jumbo curling iron, and I do use all the other barrels for the Cortex 4-in-1 curling wand. So that's that. And that is all that's in my Zuca. Isn't she... Oh wait, see what I did there? Made a boo-boo. Okay, let's pack her up really quickly. She goes back on the side here because this is super big. Like, I could not fit this into this side. This is super big, so let's put this way. Look outside. Look outside. Let's touch. Let's try to see this one back. This match. That's aim. Somebody finds my bottle hat. That is right. Okay. Smash it. Hey, okay. Okay. Everyone bring that. That's one now. Two workers. Somebody was it. There's not even like two ponytails. Two pouches. That was it. Next I have my fire. And then I had pouch with more both. And I have pouch where the blue are. These hours. And then I had my towel on top. I hit my couch. And it was like in between. Put this on top. Brushes. Oh, and then you wash brush as well. Brush as well. And then flip it to the side. Zip. Everything's well. Something's well. That's it. Sure. Okay. Pack it back up. Pack it up. Okay. Okay. Alright. Turn it. Remember the little compartment thing that we had clipped onto? Squeeze that. It should pop right out. There we go. Pull this over. Zip it. Again, do not force your Zuca to close if she doesn't want to close. See, I keep having this issue right here where she won't zip past right here. Does she not zip past right here? Oh, she does. But we're not going to force it because we don't force our Zucas to do what our Zucas don't want to do, okay? Do not force it. If your Zuca doesn't want to zip, do not force her to zip. Public service announcement. Now, like I said in the beginning, I don't think you guys saw the bottom pockets. So let me show you again. 1, 2 zippered compartments, and in both compartments, this is where I keep my blow dryer attachments. On this side here, you did see this big zippered part, but you didn't see this small mesh pocket. Again, I have nothing in this pocket, but if I were to put anything, I'd probably put business cards from people that I run into or interact with or work with, like photographers or models or, you know, whatever, people, regular people. Now, in here, I don't think you saw, but there's a clear pocket right here. It's super thin, super lightweight. I would not put anything heavy. Do not put your hot tools in this zippered compartment, in this Velcro compartment. Thank you for watching my video. I really do hope you loved my Zuca as much as, let me take this out, as much as I love her. If you have any questions about anything at all, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Can you see my face? Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace sign and kissy face. Bye.